I'm strong, but it hurts. It hurts. My 2-year-old daughter cries for her daddy, screams for her daddy, kissing her daddy pictures because she miss him.
Breaking news. If it bleeds, it leads. In your news today.
You are now tuned in to Dirty Laundry Media.
Stand by.
So, what's going on, Dirty Laundry family? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Bill Money checking in. Just tapping in with another video. And this one comes to you from St. Louis, Missouri. And this one involves a gentleman by the name of Alan Waller, who was involved in an apparent dispute with his neighbor's landscaping crew, who had apparently developed a habit of leaving debris and grass clippings in his driveway and in his yard. And on this particular day, Mr. Waller approached his neighbor and asked if she could alert the landscapers that he would like to speak to them regarding the debris being left in his yard. On this particular day, Mr. Waller came home on a Sunday morning. There was debris in the yard. After he cleaned it up, he went to his neighbor's house. She came back with 2 of the landscapers, and this was caught on Ring video in the front steps of Mr. Waller's home. Mr. Waller was 29 years of age, the father of 3 children. As you'll see on the video I'm going to show you, as they approach the doorway, Mr. Waller comes out, asks them, do they cut the grass? At that time, Mr. Waller and the 2 gentlemen walk around to the side of the home, out of camera shot, into the driveway. Moments later, you'll see the neighbor run across the yard, and then you'll see another brother come across the street. Looks like he was carrying a Draco, and the result was Mr. Waller being shot 4 times in the chest. So I'm going to play the video, and I'll come back on the other side with my commentary. Hit that like and subscribe.
It is video that only tells part of a story right now, a story that is still being written tonight. But no matter what the final chapter is, this man's life is over from a fatal meeting and his family devastated. Thanks for joining us at 10 on air and wherever you're streaming. I'm Corey Stark. Samantha has the night off. That man's death appears to be over a lawn care disagreement. And News 4 has video leading up to and after the clash. News 4's Ashley Lincoln is speaking to the victim's family about the shooting that happened in Glasgow Village in St. Louis County. Ashley is live following that investigation tonight. Ashley?
That's right, Corey. The victim's family telling me tonight that this was a senseless act of violence. Again, as you mentioned, this was all over a yard debris dispute regarding grass that was cut from the neighbor's yard. Tonight, we're learning that police are reviewing surveillance camera from that home to figure out who's responsible for this shooting.
Senseless. 4 shots to the chest. Why?
That's the question the fiance of Alan Waller says keeps her up at night.
We were good people. Why?
Waller, who's also a father, was gunned down in his driveway Sunday morning.
All we did was go shopping for the kids and come home.
His fiance, who didn't want her face shown for her safety, says after errands and coming home, Waller wanted to talk to the neighbor's landscapers about ongoing issues from them leaving their debris in his driveway. Home surveillance video shows the female neighbor walking 2 men to Waller's doorstep. After the men confirm, Waller takes them to the side of the house to show them the debris. His fiancée says that side of the home doesn't have cameras. Within seconds of being out of frame, things go wrong. 8 seconds go by before you see the neighbor sprinting across her lawn, and soon after, a third man appears from behind a truck with a gun. Waller's fiancée, who was inside the home with their children, describes the gunshots.
It's like, shh, whatever type of gun that was, that's the shots I heard. I went to go see my man. I see He's on the ground. I immediately went in to grab my phone to call 911.
I reached out to St. Louis County Police, who say they can't comment on where this investigation stands, but they do say detectives have an optimistic outlook on this case.
I'm strong, but it hurts. It hurts. My 2-year-old daughter cries for her daddy, screams for her daddy, kissing her daddy pictures because she miss him.
And I also went to that neighbor's home to figure out who these landscapers are. That neighbor was not home. We did leave our card with our contact information. She, however, has not reached out to us since we left that neighborhood. We did find, however, from police that they are still actively investigating, and they're encouraging the public, if you have information on who these individuals are, to contact their office. We'll have that information on our News 4 app. Live tonight in Clayton, Ashley Lincoln, News 4.
Ashley.
Okay, so you all saw the same thing that I saw. And, I have so many questions. First of all, why are these guys coming to cut grass and bringing the Draco along in the work truck? Who are these people? I understand that it may be, I'm not sure, in St. Louis or where this happened. I'm not sure if it's legal to carry or what. I understand that if it's legal to carry, then you might want to carry a small firearm with you, if you're on the job, and perhaps you're moving around through different neighborhoods. I don't know, St. Louis, you might need to carry a little something, but these guys pulled out a Draco for what appeared to be a simple, neighborly type dispute. They're cutting the neighbor's grass and leaving debris in this guy's yard, and he's trying to figure out what's going on. So you can't even settle a dispute with your neighbors without bringing the strap. You have to bring the gun out to ask the neighbors to turn the volume down on the music or whatever the case may be. I just put the other video up with the Asian man, Ryan Lee Wynn, who got so upset at a 6-year-old child for leaving his tricycle in his yard that he tried to attack him with a sledgehammer, and then he went inside the house, pulled out a gun, and shot the little boy in the arm, shot through his window, and hit the little boy in the arm, 6 years old. I'm like, what is going on? You saw in the video, it didn't seem to be hostile. They came to the door. The brother said, "Do y'all cut the grass?" Looks like they walked around the house so he could kind of show them, look, this is what's going on. There's debris over here and grass over here, whatever the case may be. What happened? In those few seconds, when they went around to the side, and it looked like the neighbor, the white girl, looked like she kind of was a little iffy. She didn't go all the way back to the back. She walked around to the other side of the vehicle that was in the driveway. Looked like she knew something was about to pop off. And then shortly after that, you see her take off in a full sprint. So I'm wondering what happened. Did it get physical? It was two of them. Did it get physical? Was he getting the best of two guys? Was he putting on these guys so bad that the third guy had to run across the street with the Draco, hit him 4 times in the chest? I'm like, what is going on? I got so many questions. The neighbor clearly knows the guys. Apparently this has been going on for several years. I'm like, why did it get to this point? After several years, you have to nip these things in the bud first and foremost. If there's an issue with the neighbor, it's best to go ahead and nip it in the bud. You don't let a problem fester for years, because then that's when the animosity builds up, which is why I'm wondering if it got physical on the side of the house. Did Waller get a little aggressive? I'm not sure. Or did they get did they take offense like some of us do when somebody tries to approach us about a situation that needs to be corrected if we're in the wrong. Who knows? I'm sure we'll find out more details. And about the neighbor, I'm sure she's cooperated with the police, and she is no doubt in hiding, as she should. You know, those guys, you know, even though they were on camera and they did this in broad daylight and they know that she knows them, you know, they might come knock her off or send somebody back to finish her off just because. Because these guys is on some wicked type of time. If they bring an automatic weapon to do landscaping, these are some guys that you don't want to mess with. And it's a tragedy on so many levels. You know, we protest and we march when black lives get taken unjustly by law enforcement, when our lives are taken unjustly by people of other races. But when are we going to get tired, or just as tired, of this going on within our own community? I mean, this was senseless. And to hear that woman describe how his young daughter is so distraught, you know, that she's crying and hugging her dad's picture because she misses him so much. You know, that there just got me in my feelings a little bit. So, hey, drop down in the comment section and let me know what you think. You know, do black lives matter to black people? It just seems in many situations it does not. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. This is Bill Money signing off. I'll see you on the other side. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell. And hit like on this video and share this to your social media. I mean, this is a tragedy. And this is just something that I know most of us are just tired of seeing. Thanks again.